Assalamu alaikum students. Today in this video lecture we will discuss about cracking of petroleum. What is cracking of petroleum? In this higher hydrocarbons with higher boiling point are converted into lower hydrocarbons with smaller or lower boiling points. It's just a procedure or technique in which we just convert higher hydrocarbons into lower hydrocarbons. The higher hydrocarbon has higher boiling point and lower hydrocarbons has lower boiling points. For example, we have hexadecane C16H34 and supplying heat to it, it will convert into its lower hydrocarbons. First heptane, second alkene, and third is propene. The products may be varied according to the applied conditions. So these are the possible products which becomes from the cracking of petroleum, from hexadecane. So what is the importance of cracking? By fractional distillation, we just obtain 20% gasoline, and we know that gasoline is highly demanded hydrocarbons. We use gasoline to run our vehicles, to run our different industries for different procedures. So what we do, we convert higher hydrocarbons to lower hydrocarbons to fulfill our gasoline demand. Another importance is that when we convert larger hydrocarbons into smaller hydrocarbons, we also obtain byproducts, and those byproducts are used for the synthesis of plastic, for the synthesis of drugs, for the synthesis of different polymers and pesticides, for the synthesis of dyes and so many other things. Byproducts obtained by cracking of petroleum or we can also say cracking of higher hydrocarbons are used for the synthesis of dyes, drugs, polymers, etc. Now a little bit review about the importance of cracking. We obtain 20% gasoline from the fractional distillation, and 20% gasoline is very small quantity, and we cannot fulfill our requirements with the 20% gasoline. So what we do, the hydrocarbons obtained from fractional distillation having higher boiling point and higher molecular weight are used in cracking process, and we convert those higher hydrocarbons with higher boiling point into lower hydrocarbons, and we know that gasoline is a mixture of lower hydrocarbons and it has a lower boiling point, and we can increase the product or yield of gasoline by cracking process. And we know that the cracking also gives us byproducts with the required product, and byproducts are used for different other product synthesis like dyes, drugs, polymers, medicines, etc. What are the major types of cracking of petroleum? Its first type is thermal cracking. Thermal cracking. What is thermal cracking? In thermal cracking, we just add heat to higher hydrocarbon. In this, higher hydrocarbons are heated at higher pressure and temperature, and these higher hydrocarbons are converted into smaller hydrocarbons. Or we can say that for this type of conversion, we just have to heat the hydrocarbon in the absence of air. During this type of cracking, we obtain unsaturated hydrocarbons. We obtain unsaturated hydrocarbons. And second type is catalytic cracking. In catalytic cracking, we just use catalyst like alumina or silica. Catalyst is used for conversion of higher hydrocarbons into lower hydrocarbons. Higher hydrocarbons into lower hydrocarbons. And third type is steam cracking. In this case, we just convert the higher hydrocarbons into vapors, then we mix these vapors with steam. First of all, higher hydrocarbons are converted into vapors, then we mix these vapors with steam and heat them for a small period of time, small period, after the heating we rapidly cool them, and on rapidly cooling they convert into smaller hydrocarbons. And in this case we also obtain a smaller hydrocarbon, smaller unsaturated hydrocarbons. And in case of catalytic cracking, we obtain the hydrocarbons of a higher octane number. And good fuels are also obtained by catalytic cracking. I hope that you have understood the cracking of petroleum, and it's very important topic of second year. And if you have questions regarding cracking, its importance or type, you can ask. Thank you, and Allah Hafiz.